Okay, let's do the sound. You ready?
The sound of what? A beer opening? Or is it kombucha? How was it?
Made me drink some
I think it was a little
fucking
kombucha bottle.
Finally,
Kombucha or water. It was a water bottle.
Finally, I get my beer in here, in my stomach. You brought me an alcoholic kombucha. I think they're all alcoholic, but this one was 4.5%. I thought
any kombucha has something in alcohol.
Yeah.
It's barely, but that has way more.
Yeah, but it tastes like a regular kombucha. So now what we opened, though, was a Newcastle. And if you happen to listen to our previous show, you know that Newcastle was an issue. But why don't you give the fans a review of your current Newcastle conflict? What happened to you? What did you talk about in the show? What are we doing
how many
now?
people listened to our last episode? About?
I would thousands. Thousands.
So I'm talking to thousands of people right now?
You're talking to 1,000 more people.
That's good to hear. So
we got thousands of listeners.
All right, so we already talked about this, but we only talked about it for like a minute or two. So that was a perfect lead into today.
You don't have to tell them that. Just tell them what you fucking think.
Hey, let me talk, man. You got to listen for a second. Drink your freaking kombucha. And let me drill you for a second. Hold on. So this bottle I'm drinking is probably worth $20 right now. But I just opened it like a maniac, because
I spent $10 on 6.
So you're making some money now. But I sacrificed that profit margins for tasting this beer because this is the old beer. This is the beer you brought because the one that I brought is already gone. I had the August stock. 2019.
I had the September stock.
This is September, man. You're a month behind.
You know that this is different than the ones that we used to drink like 5 or 6 years ago. Because this version of Newcastle is brewed in Holland. So the ones you drank 10 years ago are different.
Yeah, but the taste is dead on. The taste is pretty much dead on,
So what happened to you though? So a couple weeks ago you were at a bar.
I wasn't at a bar, dude. I was at the library. You know what I'm saying?
You bought a Newcastle at the library?
No, I didn't buy a Newcastle.
Where did you drink the Newcastle, the new Newcastle?
Okay, so listen. So the taste of the new Newcastle is a different taste. See, I don't even want to talk about this right now because you haven't tasted the new Newcastle.
So I went and searched for a new Newcastle, and I couldn't find it.
All right, so he searched for the new Newcastle, and we're drinking the regular one. We're taking the original. So the whole point of this story is the taste is completely different. I drank the other one just because I'm not going to waste it. You know, man, if I'm going to drink something, I'm going to drink it. I'm not trying to waste. But the taste
there are sober children after.
Yeah. Well, I mean, water, anything. I'm going to drink it to the very end and maybe eat a couple pieces of ice and then put the cup back down I'm out. So this one is way better. I'm missing it, but it's still here apparently. So go buy it before it sells out or something.
Yeah, it's gonna sell.
He only got it for $9.99, which is amazing because I thought he was prepared to spend over $100 on the new stuff.
So you understand they had to change Newcastle
because they weren't making that much, as good as money as before.
Yeah,
so
it's
you have to
dropping significantly.
Yeah, I mean they're not in it for the love of the sport. I mean apparently not because
sales over the last few years have dropped something like 30-40%.
Well, original Newcastle, or Newcastle as you call it, is supposedly the one and only. Okay what I mean? So you're going to cut your one and only for something new on the street. All right? You're going to risk it all.
Well, it's not selling. So it doesn't matter. It was going to go away anyway.
Eventually, yeah, because it wasn't doing that good. But I mean, that never changed it from not being one of the top ones, I feel.
No, you think it's the top one. No, people have not liked Newcastle. You know when people were drinking Newcastles before all this craft beer came out?
I don't.
They wanted new flavors.
I don't drink a beverage because of somebody how they feel about it or not. I drink it because it was good.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that that's what you do. I'm not saying that's what anyone does. I'm saying most people found something better. They started drinking Newcastle back in the day because that was available. That wasn't Bud Light.
So what are you saying they're drinking now? Is they're drinking High Life or Mickey's 40s or
no?
Or they're truthfully they're drinking Coors Light or they're drinking freaking Heineken or whatever Corona.
I bet you no.
The bigger brands.
Craft beer. No, Lagunitas is brewing this, so they're brewing it like a brown ale.
Yeah, I know it's darker, dude. I tasted it.
So I bet you. I'm just gonna say because I'm drinking this beer here and this tastes that I haven't drank in Newcastle in a long time.
It's not bad, right?
No, it's terrible.
It could be cold. Oh, it's not terrible. No,
yeah, it's horrible.
It's half warm because your fridge or something, but it's not terrible for sure.
But it's cold. Mine's cold.
How could you call that terrible?
Number 2, Newcastle is supposed to be. It's a British beer. It's probably supposed to be warm.
It's just like like Guinness. That's
not that good either.
No, I'm just saying it's been a while since I had a Guinness. I've been drinking sours or just bottles of water.
Sours or bottles of water?
Yeah, or a kombucha or whatever,
So I don't know. I have a feeling that when I do find new Newcastle,
you might like it better. You might like it better.
I'm gonna like it because Lagunitas is making it.
I never said it was bad. It's just completely different. That's what the whole point of the story is. That threw me off.
I used to love Newcastle.
Yeah, it threw me off. The taste. I finished it. It wasn't bad, but it's different. And when you're expecting one thing and you get something else without really being told about it or something, you know what I mean? No heads up, But you'll probably like it more for sure, dude, because you're gonna like. You're usually drinking the darker craft beers or whatever you're drinking. You know what I mean? I don't really think you drink like pale ales or nothing, right? Usually,
of course, I drink pale ales.
Do you?
We have a pale. I mean, an IPA. Well, an IPA is a pale ale.
Well, you drink. You're. I hate to tell you this, but you're an alcoholic. I'm trying to. Help. Hey, I've been trying to help you out, get you through this. Your parents and everybody talk to me about this shit. So,
my parents
is that you're drinking too much of too many things, and you need to stop and slow down.
Are we gonna drink after the show? We're gonna go somewhere to drink.
No, man. This is one of the last beers I'll ever have.
Has the change in Newcastle just made you? Is just going to lead you to quit drinking as soon as the stock of old Newcastle is gone? Are you done drinking?
Well, it's not like that's. I drink more than Newcastle. It wouldn't shut me down completely. It's gonna shut me down for their sake. When
you go to a bar,
yeah,
and you see the bottled beer in the background or on the tap,
yeah,
and you don't see this old label.
Yeah, I know.
You see the new label. Yeah. Is anything going to ever make you go, I'll take that one? Or are you just going to automatically not buy it?
Well, is that the only beer in stock?
No, there are other beers.
I'm just saying, you just asked if it's something that's going to make you go, let me get that one. It might be that's the only one there. Or I'm in the middle of the desert and there's nothing else to drink and I'm dead thirsty and there's no water nor orange juice or nothing, nothing that I like, that nobody has nothing. And they're like, this is all we have? Yeah, I'm going to drink it. I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it,
Okay, let's talk about, this is a sports show, I think, right?
No, it is a sports show, but this is what we talk about.
Yeah.
Random stuff. So all the people out there, drink your beer and see what's up with it. Yeah. Maybe they switch your shit on you,
I do have other non-sports stuff to talk to you about, but let's introduce the show. Do the intro music.
You know what? I could easily do that. I could easily do the. I was just about to say I could do it because it's basically nothing.
Just do beatbox. Just beatbox.
It's nothing. I don't think I could beatbox.
Anyway, I'm Chris Sarda. This is Angelo Saboro. We want to thank you for listening to Chaotic Sports. You can find us at Chaotic Sports.
You almost said Bright Light Sports.
I did. At chaoticsports.com or at Chaotic Sports on Twitter. Also find us on the web, chaoticsports.com.
Somewhere you're going to find us.
You can find us all kinds of places. And dogs are going crazy here.
They can find you at Chris Sarda, right?
Yeah, at Chris Sarda on Twitter also. So anyway, I want to get into some stuff. I think people don't care about baseball anymore, but I'm going to talk about baseball.
Well, there's millions of people that do care.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
But I want to start with a guy that people do care about.
Some people might have went to more football, more UFC, more something else.
These people do care about Bryce Harper. So let me set the stage real quick. So Bryce Harper's first game against the Nationals happened early. It happened yesterday.
So what is it, the second series of a new season? They might have played one series.
So first game happened early. It started yesterday. Before the game started, he sent out a really heartfelt tweet. I thought that it was very sincere, very true.
He went there as like an 18-year-old kid or something. You know what I'm saying?
He said that everything that Washington has done for him has been important. It's always going to be part of his heart. He loves the fans. Blah blah blah. I thought it was very heartfelt.
It was, why it was believable? Because it was true,
and it was true.
You know what I
mean? And I thought that was going to be enough for the fans not to completely boo him. Of course, you're going to get some boos. If I drink enough, I'm going to boo.
All the real sports.
Literally my phone.
All the real sports fans. Everybody, like, if you're going for one team, you're going to be booing the other team, right? But if you love the dude, you're going to give him after he hits a 2-run jack or something or walk-off grand slam, you're probably going to give him a little applause and say good job. You know what I mean? Because if you respect the game and you know how much it means, if somebody's doing something that's that important in the game, you're giving props to, right? Even though you're not happy if maybe he beat your team.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And so he was booed pretty heavily, facing Max Scherzer, and
Max.
And he actually struck out at the beginning, and then he had a late inning home run, and they end up beating the Nationals 8-2. So this is what I really want to know: are Washington fans? Is that legit? Is that okay that they booed Bryce Harper? Is that the way it goes? Should they have?
Well, like I said, you could go ahead and boo somebody because you love your team, but if that player gave it all for you, right? If you respect the game, you're probably going to give him a little applause too. You're gonna double heckle him in a good way and a bad way.
Yeah, but did he give the team all? He had an MVP season. After that, I think Bryce Harper hasn't exactly played to his potential.
I mean, you could say that about 400 other athletes, right? That didn't play to their potential.
But none of them. Bryce Harper is the face of the league right now, though. So none of them are the face of the league.
I would say he didn't give up. I mean, I have no 100% evidence that he didn't give up. I didn't talk to the dude. But if you watch games, every player might take off a game, or if you play 100 and some games, you might, did you give it your all at work today?
No.
Okay,
I haven't given all my work.
So I'm just saying,
I haven't given my all work in months.
Yeah, so if you want to be honest with yourself, so maybe a player might take a couple of days off out of 150 days.
Yeah, but that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about him leaving when they offered him a ton of money.
Okay, but he gave the city a lot. He gave it. I mean, you were saying they're selling out stadiums, they're selling jerseys.
So I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
Yeah.
It's competition. We're supposed to be booing and disliking the other team. He left to a team that was in the division.
Okay, so if
no one thinks about that because there's not these huge rivalries because the Nationals are only a decade.
He stayed in the
half
division.
old.
He stayed in the division. Yeah.
He rolled out to a different team in the division.
We thought he was going to go West Coast. I thought he was going to go to the Dodgers or Giants or something.
Yeah, he would have gone to the Dodgers
because he wants to be close to Vegas, close to family. I did say
he would have gone to.
Did I not say this and it happened months later? I said he's about to have a family, knock up the chick. She's about to have a kid or something. But they picked Philly. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No. He would have gone to the Dodgers in a second. The Dodgers weren't going to give him the long
amount that he wanted.
Yeah, they were going to give him He would have made more per year.
No, he would have made $50 million a year, but that doesn't matter. That wasn't the
5 years. He wanted 5 years.
He wanted more years.
Yeah, and he got pretty much the biggest I've ever seen. 13. I mean, Bobby Bonilla is the only guy with $1 billion.
Dude, the Bobby Bonilla contract is going to live on forever because what a sweet thing to do all those years ago, and he's just sitting back. A lot of other people wasted their money. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting back. Yeah. What was it, $1 million a year for freaking
forever? So when Bryce Harper's contract is over, Bobby Bonilla will still have a few years left on his $1 million a year contract.
Was it to 2024?
It's
2024.
No, dude, it's like to 2030 something.
That's a good question. We talked about that before.
2030 something.
So that's like a 30-year contract.
Yeah. So I guess we agree. So there's no chaos here. Bryce Harper getting booed is okay.
It was fine, and he did the gentleman thing to do, right? He did the right thing, the gentleman thing. Just play good, hit a couple jacks, and
he did not do the gentleman thing. He flipped the bat.
No, it doesn't matter. But I'm saying he gave it his all. You're booing him, so he's got to try to get a hit or try today. Yesterday they won, today they lost. But I'm saying he's trying to win for his team. You know, if somebody's booing you, you're probably gonna get pissed off, right?
I'll be honest. The only reason I like Bryce Harper is because he's on my dynasty team. If he weren't on my dynasty team, I'd probably hate his guts.
Okay, when's the last time you've been booed? Like a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
I don't know.
At work?
No, in bed. In bed. So my wife booed me.
Like a week ago.
Yeah.
Okay, damn.
Yeah, we were in bed and she just went boo.
So did you get a lot of booing as a kid?
No, I didn't get booed. My wife didn't.
I mean, okay, have you ever got booed doing baseball?
No, I've never really been booed.
At the park when you played?
No, I've just always been an elite contributor.
So nobody boos you?
No, I've always been an elite contributor. Have you been booed?
I've probably been booed in games.
You can't say probably. You either remember it or you don't.
I've been booed.
You remember a situation where you've been booed?
Hey,
you've never been booed.
I've been booed.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, man. You play. You're not in stadiums where you're playing against a bunch of people.
Yeah, but when you're playing a bunch of people, no kid goes boo.
Of course they do. Yeah, they do. Yes, of course they do, dude. It's different, like you playing at the park. But if you played in games, people are booing. People are watching. People are booing. It's with every sport. you're gonna go for the other team.
So someone that's getting booed by the media and often is booed, and now is given reason for it is LeBron James. So one of the big stories of the week is that he is going to be shut down for the remainder of the season, which is at the time was only like 8-9 games.
He already shut down months ago. It's not like it's just now it's coming in the news.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's not even going to be there to play, basically.
Yeah,
and
usually players do that; they get hurt, and then their team's not doing that good, so now they're hurt. You know what I mean?
Now, this is an inbounds, out of bounds question, but is LeBron being treated unfairly? Because I feel like before the season started, no one had
I didn't expect
expectations of the Lakers.
I haven't really paid much attention to the Lakers right now or LeBron because I know I had a feeling this was going to happen.
Yeah.
I was like, the Lakers in a couple years.
Yeah.
Let them get a couple free agents. Then they might actually compete, but they might not be that good right now with what they got.
Yeah, and I think that people in general thought that. But then maybe because it's LeBron, back of the head, they decide that, okay, they're going to say that he has no chance. But in the back of their head, they think, oh, yeah, he'll end up in the playoffs or he'll make a run because he's LeBron. And then what happens is the Lakers sort of fall apart. They're a little overrated. Angela went up to get beers. I got the
Okay, so
opener.
Well, a lot of people just maybe thought that they were going to dominate this year, which is pretty stupid, right?
Well, I don't think that people did. I think that when they didn't, they thought, oh man, how'd that not happen? There's another beer.
No, but they thought that they're gonna get to the playoffs, maybe go to the conference finals, and maybe lose. That would be unrealistic.
But
pretty
how?
much.
How?
Because of LeBron. Because people thought LeBron could dominate and still win, and it's not that easy, right? You have to have 2-3 great players.
Well, especially in the Western
and he's
Conference.
Getting older, you know what I'm saying?
Especially in the Western Conference.
But if he gets 2 more All-Stars to come to play with them, then they might make the conference finals.
Yeah. Well, the thought was
right?
Kawhi was going to be one of them. That didn't happen. Is Anthony Davis going to happen? I don't think Anthony Davis is a great fit, though.
Well, it was somebody. Maybe, who knows, these players. I would think Russell Westbrook. But he already signed. I know, I'm just saying.
So did Paul George.
But he played at UCLA. You would think he would come join. We thought Paul George, you're right. Some of these players that you think.
Paul George
I'll tell you
and Russell Westbrook ended up liking.
Let me tell you a player that's going to go. I'll tell you a player that I'm for sure is going to join LeBron. Even though I give LeBron a hard time, just like I give Chris Sarter a hard time. Two of the greatest ever. I'm just saying, you guys are completely different people. You're a little off, but I'll still respect it. You know what I mean? So, LeBron here's the player that's going to come. Now, you give the other player what you think, and one of them could be Anthony Davis, but I'm not going to say
Just tell me who the player is.
Damian Lillard.
Oh, I was going to say Lillard.
Lillard is, for sure going to the Clippers or Lakers. So the Clippers would be
and he's an LA guy.
Exactly. Yeah. So, if the Lakers don't give him what he wants, or if he's talking to Clippers players, he might go sign there and maybe another All-Star to go to the Clippers too. And he's going to be in LA, play for the Clippers, but he probably wants to go to the Lakers, of course. Join LeBron.
And he's probably a Laker fan growing up, if I had to guess.
I'm sure, for sure.
Who's a Clipper fan, unless you were a fan in the last 10 years?
He's probably wanted to be a Laker his whole life.
Yeah.
So now he still knows he has good years left still, right?
Yeah.
Portland hasn't done nothing, even though he's done something. Portland hasn't done nothing.
Which is weird because there's good players there.
McCullough is good.
Yeah, McCullough's good, and then the
center.
Yeah, I can't remember his name now, but
so
I was going to say Lillard, but I think the Lakers still need something more than Lillard and LeBron. Here's the other thing.
And one more player. And are you talking? Maybe that'd be good. LeBron, Lillard, and another All-Star.
Another All-Star, yeah.
So who's the other one? Name the other one.
Who knows?
Well, Kevin Love.
Kevin Love. That's not happening again.
Okay,
here's the other thing I want to say.
Anthony Davis.
Not who's going, maybe. Not who's going there, but I think that preseason, LeBron going to the Lakers, there was a lot of hope. Maybe he wasn't going to get some All-Stars this year, but next year. But do you think that the aura has changed around LeBron a little bit because they played so poorly this year and the team played so poorly that
the aura has changed kind of where he always had that dirty aura.
No, he's had the aura where he would bring in people wanted to come play with him and win championships.
Yeah, that's
his whole career.
Well,
has that gone away now that
it's faded a little bit?
Older,
it's faded a little bit, but that's natural, right? Father time, it's not going to be the aura. He's not going to have 21-year-old.
So is he going to be able to draw? Is he going to be able to draw those All-Stars again? Though that's what I think has gone away.
But I don't think if a couple team up in the right. He was in Cleveland too. Now he's in LA. So there's a little difference, right?
So LA helps.
So like a lot of these young guys are certain players. They would be like wanting to go to play for the Lakers their whole life, and you could play with LeBron and try to win a title.
I could still barely believe LeBron is a Laker.
Yeah, it's still weird. I haven't really seen him play like maybe a few games, but I haven't.
I was the same. Only a couple games.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's cool. But like we've all in my head, I was thinking it's a few-year process. They don't have a 10-year process because LeBron, his legs will fall off in the next 5-6 years.
Well, I mean, it's basketball too, so you know the trend now is to just take a whole bunch of games off.
So who was your player? You didn't name another player.
Maybe Anthony Davis.
No, you had to name one other player.
Huh?
You had to name another player. I named Damian Lillard. We both said Anthony Davis.
Well, who's coming up on free agency, dude? I would have to look on that. So, I mean, the big free agents.
Well, Klay Thompson.
Klay
Thompson.
That would be a great. So Lillard, LeBron, and Klay would be a great fit, and Klay needs exactly that kind of team.
Klay would just drill threes and just bomb people.
Well, I think Klay, but I think Klay. You think Klay is better than I think Klay is. I think Klay becomes a star when he's around stars.
No, Klay could just ball and hit threes and drive and dunk and
well, I don't know that he
hit good free throws.
I don't know that he can go to Cleveland the way Cleveland is right now and be a superstar.
He can dominate by himself, but nobody
will.
can. There's only so many Jordans or freaking Bryants. Or
but I'm talking about dominate
Kobe
in the way...
can dominate, but he still needs
I'm talking
players.
about dominate in the way that, like, let's say Russell Westbrook was dominating.
By himself, Russell Westbrook probably had a good year and they didn't even make the playoffs.
That's what I mean. I don't think Klay does that. I don't think Klay does that.
You're saying in a good way.
I don't think he can... I don't think he has stats on a bad team. I think he has stats on a good team.
No, Klay can have great stats on a bad team, but that's not
I got you. I'm telling you what I think. I know what you think. I know you overrate Klay.
No, but what...
I think he's overrated.
You're saying he needs help. Of course, everybody does. And nobody can do it by themselves.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. You're saying he's only scoring
I'm going to tell you what I'm saying. Yes. I'm going to tell you what I'm saying.
He's one of the best scorers in the league.
I'm going to tell you what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. It's some stupid chaotic thing.
Russell Westbrook, when the team didn't or barely made the playoffs, averaged a triple-double.
Yeah,
Paul George.
Yeah, but
I'm saying that Klay Thompson's nowhere near that.
There's bogus stats, like garbage time stats, or stats that don't really matter to win in the game.
I'm saying that Klay's nowhere near that. I'm saying when he's the focus, the defense will shut him down.
No, hell no.
I'm saying Klay needs a situation where he's around other stars.
Most players need that. But Klay could definitely score. He doesn't need
Most
help.
players do need that. That's why I think you overrate Klay.
No, but
I think he's overrated.
So are you talking about dominating and like competing for a title?
No, I've already said I'm not talking about that. I compared him to Russell Westbrook.
Okay, but you're saying to win titles, Russell Westbrook has no title. So you're comparing him to a player that hasn't done crap.
Yes, that's what I'm comparing him to. A guy with stats on a bad team. I'm saying that he won't have stats. I'm saying that he'll wash out. He's not a star of a team.
I don't agree with that, but
he'll never be the best player on a team.
He's probably been the best player on Golden State like two of his years there.
No.
Yeah, I told you that like 5 years ago, by the way.
But he's never has, though.
No, he has. He's had a year that he was better than Curry. Durant wasn't there.
Oh, Durant's the other player.
Durant's the other player. Klay Thompson has been the best team on Golden State Warriors a couple of his years in the league.
He has never been the best player in the Golden State.
Yes. On an off year of Curry, Klay was just dominating. If you've seen games without Klay, if you've watched the Golden State Warriors, you'll see that some games they get drilled because they're without Klay.
You think Kyrie?
I've seen him get drilled by 20 points before Klay wasn't playing.
Yeah, but you've seen him playing and not scoring anything.
I'm just telling you. Kyrie what? Going to the Lakers? Play with LeBron?
Yeah, Kyrie recently did the...
he said sorry to LeBron. Said, hey, man.
Yeah, that means he wants to be a Laker.
You want to win another title? Let's do it again.
He wants to be a Laker. Oh, how about this one? Kemba Walker.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, he's unrestricted. So Kemba Walker's
all right, so Anthony Davis, Kemba Walker, and Damian Lillard.
Well, Kemba Walker... What would Kemba Walker do? Play the two guard?
He's not a point guard. Damian Lillard would be point guard.
Yeah.
Kemba Walker 2. Then you'd have...
LeBron 3.
You'd have LeBron 3, and you'd have another player.
No. Well, AD's more of a power forward.
AD would play center or power forward. LeBron
would be more of a power forward, and then just get some tall, fucking lanky fucker to be at the center.
That's a good team. That sounds like a damn good team. If you're saying if you got Lillard and freaking.
I mean, we're just creating.
Yeah, but that could happen. That could happen.
Kemba Walker is one of the most underrated players in the league. No one knows who he is because he plays in Charlotte. I mean, basketball fans.
You want a title for UConn. 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 You want a title for UConn Right? That dude's a baller. Kemba Walker.
He's a super baller, but people don't seem to know him.
Well, because he plays for Charlotte and not the Knicks or the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, the Knicks don't get it. Yeah, the Bulls or something like that.
Anyway, I mean, well, the Knicks are just that big a city. They get talked about even if they're not good. We're not talking about if they're good or not. We're talking about getting names, people talking about you.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, last order of business I want to talk about is
we're going to going to UFC or
MMA,
something.
A little bit of MMA. So,
dude, why did I have this controller in my pocket? Is this yours?
Yeah, it's mine. You just put it in your pocket. You're drunk already, dude.
No, dude, I thought it was my phone.
How about this? If I'm recording something, how about you stop slamming stuff around the speaker?
It was,
all the slams that you
anything.
heard, you slammed a remote.
No, I didn't.
You slammed a bottle. All the slams that the thousands and thousands of podcast listeners are listening to are all Angelo just doing this.
No, they didn't hear any slams.
I guarantee you they're
slams. They just heard a slam because you slammed it. You just did it. I didn't do it.
You slammed the beer 4 times.
No, you had the bottle opener.
You slammed this remote.
No, you slammed the bottle opener 5 minutes ago.
This bottle opener's way over here.
But they don't care about it. Let's talk about people slamming people on the mat. Okay, you want to talk about UFC? Slamming people? Are we talking WWF? Or are we talking MMA, UFC?
We should talk some WWF. Anyway.
Are you talking about slamming real people?
Anyway, we're going to talk Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor recently put a tweet out. There was a picture of Khabib Nurmagomedov's wife, who was heavily veiled. He likes to keep her private.
What does heavily veiled mean? I don't even know what that means.
Like a veil, like in
she was
white.
Wearing a veil?
Like it looked like she had a thick ass veil.
Like she was at a wedding.
Thighs. Yeah, but a thick one where you can't see her face.
So it was a fake picture just to get on somebody's case.
No, it's not a fake picture. It was a real picture. Conor McGregor tweeted a photo of this.
So funny.
And said this, and keep in mind that Khabib is Muslim. He goes, "Hey,
he's trying to sell tickets.
Hey, your wife is a towel." He said, "Your wife is a towel."
Okay, what does that mean in English? Your wife is a towel. Like, what does that mean?
Okay,
your wife is a.
Don't say the racist slur. Don't say the racist slur.
I'm not racist, dude. Why would I say a racist slur?
If you think,
when's the last time you said a racist slur? I don't say racist slurs.
I'm just making sure you don't. You're drunk.
No, dude, I'm not drunk. Dude. I had 2 beers and 2 bottles of water. I'm definitely not drunk. So say what you're gonna say.
If you have a Muslim and you use the word towel, you don't think that there's something racist there? Yes or no?
I'm thinking he's being an idiot to try to sell tickets. Okay,
supposedly he's retired.
No, I know, but it's not supposedly. It's because him and Dana White has had a long feud, right? If you're trying to get better negotiations, what are you going to do? He's going to do the same thing he's been doing for the last 5-6 years.
Yeah, Dana White just shrugged it off, though. He goes, well, he had a great run.
Conor's been saying he wants, stock. It's you know what I mean? But eventually, he might cave in and do one more fight, but he has enough. He has a lot of money.
So
he has enough.
He tweeted at Khabib that his wife is a towel. I will say this.
Khabib said something first, though, right? Did
Khabib not first. I will say this, that tweet is very disgusting, but I think Conor may have been really drunk, and the wife was veiled. She didn't look Muslim, right? She looked like a wedding dress, like with a heavy veil over it. Like, it makes me think that he's just being an idiot and didn't realize that the tweet sounded racist.
Well, what he was probably trying to do is what he always does and try to promote a fight or make some
talk
money, right?
Shit. Yeah.
Talk crap. You don't know if it's truly talking crap. But
there's a difference.
Yeah, but he's always putting something out there, is he not?
He knows very well that Khabib started a fight with his crew because he could take a lot of things. He didn't want family and religion mixed into it.
Khabib didn't.
Yeah, Khabib doesn't like it. And then he called his wife a towel.
Yeah.
So that's family and religion and racism.
So he said all this, and Khabib
in a tweet.
I thought Khabib did something or posted something.
No.
But like I said, he's probably doing it to gain people talking about him stuff, which is happening. You know what I mean?
Well, yes and no. I think Conor's also just an idiot. So Khabib recently sent this at 10 a.m. on April 3rd. Rapist. You are a rapist. You are a hypocrite who is not responsible for your actions. Justice will find you.
Talking to him, calling
we
Conor
will see. Well, Conor got in trouble for something he may have done in January.
Okay, but was that?
We will see.
Get money or
Conor McGregor. Stop saying get money. Everything's to get money. You don't have to say it.
No, but I'm just saying. So what is he talking about? That's what he's talking about. Is it not?
That he's yes. That's what I said.
No, but a lot of times that's what happens.
Conor also today goes, wow, another Dagestani caught abusing steroids. That's 2 out of 3 in this picture busted for steroid abuse.
Is that part of Khabib's camp?
Yeah, Khabib's
trainer
hugging him here, yeah. That's 2 out of 3 in this picture busted for steroid abuse, with the most recent being busted 3 times in a row and now hit with a lifetime ban. Excellent job, Nowitzki. The only vice that cannot be forgiven is hypocrisy.
So how many, they just been going back and forth?
I mean, they don't like each other. The problem is that Khabib's going to kick his ass every time. I don't think Conor will ever beat him.
Khabib's just going to manhandle him again. Do the same thing.
I didn't have it ready here. What I really wanted to read is Khabib's trainer's tweet.
Okay, this is the social media scenario right here. It's a little segment, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's the news. Conor said something racist, and that's the thing that sets off Khabib. If the next time Khabib fights, the UFC is going to be responsible for a lot of security.
They don't want Khabib to jump out of the ring
because they're doing
right.
Yeah, but to have a guy fucking talk shit about Muslims like that.
I mean, I hear you, but they don't want that to happen again. They're like, they're going to have him fight in domes, and then when they get out of the dome, when they get out of the dome, they're going to cuff him up and take him back out or something, or they're going to let him come out of the dome one door at a time. You have to wait till this guy gets in the back, and then we'll let you out. You're caged animals for about the next 3 minutes, or the whole fight, which is about 15, 20 minutes, or if it's a 5-minute knockout, You don't want a guy to jump out the ring again, right? So when I say bubble or cage, is it not possible? I'm being serious now. I'm not even joking.
Well, I always thought, I understand in the old days that you would have them in a cage because that's what you can have. It's just like cage, right? But I never understood why you just didn't make them fight on glass. Like, just have, like, hockey glass all around.
Well, they talked about hockey because of that. They're like, that doesn't happen in hockey, although, like, a fan could, like, jump over or something crazy could happen.
Well, not the jumping over, just in general breaking through so you can see what's happening.
So, obviously, in basketball, you do know the malice in the palace, right? You do know what that means, right? So that was a fight. A dude jumps in the stands. Khabib wasn't the first one to do this, but were we not, like, when I was seeing this, you watch that live, you're like,
that's wild.
Hey, you think you're tripping out. And it was like, that night, all I had was water or something. But I was like, what's going on right now? Is this a replay? Is this some kind of, are you messing with the TV right now? He just jumped in the stands,
So I'm going to read Khabib's manager, Ali Abelazi's tweet that he responded to Conor.
I just don't believe anything you're saying right now.
So, talking shit. This guy is insulting someone's wife and making fun of her religion and belief. He doesn't realize he's insulting 1.5 billion Muslims. Religion and family is a no-no.
It's a no-no.
You're fucked, Conor.
When's the last time you heard that?
Let's see what the media is going to say now. He's a rapist and a bitch. That's Khabib's manager.
Okay, but I'm just... I do think it's funny, but they're just going back and forth because that's the game, or they're trying to promote.
Yeah, but did Conor go too far?
Is that... okay, I'm just saying, I don't know if I believe everything that you're reading. Somebody's saying something, but I mean, like, I'm not getting all invested in it.
That's fine, but the question is, did Conor go too far?
Probably.
I think so, too. I think probably he went too far.
You know he does that, right?
It doesn't matter.
He might do it on purpose or not, but I mean...
Do crazy shit is fine, but if you went too far, there's probably going to be no consequences.
So he's going to get choked out or something.
I mean, he's going to get choked down every time. The only way that he wins now, if they fight again, is that if Khabib wants to kick his ass and then takes too many risks.
Like Aldo or something. You'd have to be lucky to do that, which that's not...
Yeah, Khabib's going to be too safe.
It's hard to knock Khabib out,
Anyway, we're Newcastle's in. What do we get today? We got some baseball. We got some Lebron. Dude, we got Bryce Harper. This is basically
Bryce Harper. It's the
douchebag show.
It's the bees. Bryce Harper beers.
No, douchebag show. We talked about Bryce Harper, LeBron James, and Conor McGregor. Basically, the three guys that are in, at the top of the headlines in sports. It was the douchebag show today.
The douchebag? So you're calling those dudes douchebag?
No, I'm calling us for talking about them. I mean, if we were real sports fans, we'd be talking...
Well, we did throw in beer.
We'd be talking about awesome. the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, but we have to talk about... We're going to talk about hockey this week.
We'd be talking about...
The playoffs are going to start. Anyway, so we're talking about...
We didn't even talk about the tournament.
No, we didn't. We still have time.
Huh?
We still is this recording going to blow up in the next 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, so The Final Four.
I'm not even watching. I don't give a shit.
No, but let's talk about it though.
But give me your predictions.
Well, my prediction.
Your thoughts and predictions.
My predictions was I liked Gonzaga a lot and Virginia.
So did I.
And Gonzaga. Virginia. I had Virginia winning on a bunch of brackets, probably 10 brackets.
Yeah.
So Virginia's still in it, but the wild horse is Auburn. Okay, because Auburn is like for them to win. That's like a.
What are the odds?
It was 60-1.
Well, what is it today?
I think like 6-1.
Still good.
Yeah, still good. But like somebody got 60-1 that went there. Somebody that went to Auburn just does it every year. Like Charles
for $20.
Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Do you realize that Charles Barkley put $100,000 on Auburn to win this year?
Well,
he does it
like
every
that.
year.
Oh, he does?
No, that would be awesome. So this
don't
year,
say it like that. Don't say like you're breaking news, dude. That's what we talk about when we're drinking beers.
I just made that completely up.
Yeah.
So if it happens tomorrow, I just made it happen. You know, if you're gonna hear a story about freaking Barkley putting hundreds of thousands, you know,
that's a fat tire.
I know fat tire is awesome, but I'm good right now. So who's the other teams? I'm trying to think. Michigan State.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one? I have been watching, but not every single game.
It's been a couple days. I thought you were ready for this, dude.
Okay, well, let's see, Purdue.
You got Michigan State? No.
Yeah, I got Michigan State's definitely in it. They're playing
Auburn and Virginia, so 2000.
So there's one other team. I'm always prepared for it, but I just haven't been thinking about it.
Purdue, Virginia, Auburn.
I've been waiting for the game. It's on the 6th. I'll tell you when the game is.
Oh, wait a second, huh?
I'll tell you what the game is. It's 6. So sometimes when they don't play for a week, you just don't even think about it for a second.
Yeah, you forget a minute.
But the Final Four, Auburn, you wouldn't have it.
Texas Tech.
That's exactly. So that was
and Michigan State, Auburn, and Virginia.
So Texas Tech and Auburn both are like crazy odds they were before the season.
Texas Tech was still a 3 seed.
Oh,
though.
Somebody bet. We're talking about bet now, but I'm saying somebody bet Texas Tech at like a few hundred to 1. I don't know what it was. They put the ticket wins $300,000 if Texas Tech wins the title. So somebody's 2 games away. Yeah, or are they going to sell their ticket?
No, you hedge it.
You hedge it yourself because supposedly they were trying to sell it for
borrow
like
the money.
$60,000. But if you can win $300,000 and all you need is two more things to happen, you're right. You could hedge the first game. If you hedge the first game for a little bit, even if you're wrong and you put whatever you had to put on it, 20, 30, 40,000, whatever you had, right? You could have if it's a $300,000 ticket, so you're not going to put 200,000 hedging on the first game. You might bet 50, 100,000, right?
Something like that. Yeah. It would take me a minute to do the math, but you could figure it out.
On the opposite team, even if you lost all that money that you got, now you're 1 game away from 300,000.
Yeah.
So now it's time to put up or shut up. Now you have an easy hedge, right? Because if you're 1 game away, you're going to win no matter what if you did the numbers.
There you go.
Yeah.
So here we go. That's it, dude.
That's the end of the show right there.
At Chaotic Sports.
That's a little financial thinking right there.
At Chaotic Sports on Twitter. At Chris Sarda on Twitter. Go to chaoticsports.com. Listen to the podcast. Tell Angelo what a fucking
That's a
genius
40-minute
he is.
show. I'm silently genius.
Thank you guys for listening, and we will see you at least next week. We'll see when I start doing the daily shit.
Or we're just going to wait a month.
Bam.